Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is B. Today, we're going to be talking about Bayern Munich versus PSG in the Champions League semifinal. What a joy it was to watch. This was probably one of the best games I have seen in a while. It is probably peak football. Football has peaked. We have seen a 9-goal thriller between PSG and Bayern Munich. PSG, the best side in France. Bayern Munich, the best side in Germany. Vincent Kompany and Luis Enrique, with the players of Dembélé, we have Baracola, we have Kvaratskhelia, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Vitinha. On the other side, we have Olise, we have Harry Kane, Luis Díaz, Joshua Kimmich, Upamecano. These players are not just players; these are superstars. This is where I felt that football has peaked. Um, the encounter today was nothing short of extraordinary. Really, from the get go, you could kind of see that PSG, with the home advantage, was favored to win, but the question was how many goals was going to be scored. Even I was wrong because I had predicted in my mind that it would be a 3-3 thriller, but it was even more than that. It was even more than that. It was 5-4 in the first leg, and they still have to go to the Allianz Arena to finish it off next week. Amazing game. Is peak football. I want to talk about the um, Dembele goal. The Dembele goal in the 58th minute. Wow. Wow. That was picture perfect. The Luis Diaz goal came close to that. These are have some great screamers. Um, But take a second to go look at the replay. Look at that Dembele goal. Look at the Luis Diaz goal. The second Kvaratskhelia goal. The first one too. But man, that Dembele goal was picture perfect. Picture perfect through the defender's legs onto the post. Manuel Neuer doesn't even dive at it, and it hits off the post into the back of the net. It is amazing. And the Luis Diaz right perfectly onside. He chips it over, little sombrero, little feint, body feint. He shot it in. It's amazing. Besides all the goal scoring opportunity, I wouldn't say that this was a match with no defense. I really liked how Upamecano and Ta played on Bayern Munich, especially Marquinhos and Hakimi tracking back. These are all excellent players in their own sense. Oh my god, I always forget to turn off my notification. But it was such a thriller. I am so excited to see what they can bring from us next for us next in the second leg, because this is just it's just amazing. It's outstanding. This is peak football, and I really do believe it has peak. And it's just these players are amazing. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Barcola, Luis Diaz, Upamecano, Harry Kane. I believe he had an assist today too. Michael Olise, wow, wow. That Michael Olise, I believe it wasn't even a goal. He dribbled from the wing, went about maybe a quarter away of the field from the goal. He dribbles it all the way into the penalty box, and he's about to hit it in. It deflects, and the goalkeeper stops it. Such amazing players and talent in these squads, and the reigning champions PSG look like they might go through the final. But who knows what Bayern Munich will have waiting for them in the next leg. You can't count Bayern Munich out. The only thing I would say, maybe, obviously I don't really watch Ligue 1 as much, but I feel like the both goalkeepers in this matchup could be a little bit better, because I'm pretty sure one of those goals come from a Manuel Neuer um, line of play where he boots it up and a PSG player picks it up in the middle of the field. They bring it up and then they score another goal. That wouldn't be happening. It would have been 4-4 had it not been that mistake. But props to Manuel Neuer, because he's had a great career. It's just if he would have made a better choice there, Maybe if a Bayern Munich player would have been in better position, who knows what their tactics are, that maybe they are banking on these, maybe they have it set up. I was just something I spotted that, okay, Manuel Neuer, whether mistake or not, that movement, that action leads to a PSG goal. Let me know what your thoughts on the game are. I am ecstatic. I love seeing this kind of pure goal scoring football. And like I said, it's not that there's a lack of defense, it's that these stars are great. Um, Other than that, I really wouldn't be complaining about much. Um, the number 8 on PSG, I forget what his name was. Fabio Ruiz, I believe. He comes on as a substitute and just gets a yellow card. I think it's just silly. I don't know if there's any tactics behind that or if he's just being a silly PSG player, but who knows? It's not really a big thing in the light of things because we had a thriller, and just to think that this kind of matchup was not new, but kind of getting popularized in around that 2020 era, where they started the German and the French teams started, and also Serie A teams too, were starting to be more prominent in the Champions League, even though it wasn't too far in the tournament. They were performing well, and these are the kind of things that people should be excited for when teams that aren't from Spain or the Premier League um, go against each other. They're gonna be the games to watch. These are the leagues that, yes, they might be won a little bit earlier than others, but they're the people who prove um, the supporters of the Premier League and La Liga wrong. That, oh, they're levels above the other leagues. Well, you have Bayern Munich and PSG giving us a belter of a show that I don't think La Liga or the Premier League would ever provide for us. But let me know what your thoughts are on. I'm super ecstatic to see the next leg. It's very much going to be a tight game. Me being a Arsenal supporter, I know not a good time because they keep bottling it, but I would like to see Bayern Munich go through because I feel like Arsenal might have a better chance against Bayern Munich. Against PSG, yeah, if they go through against Bayern, they might win the whole thing and get another UCL. Who knows? It's just that attacking line and their depth is crazy good. As long as they can get a good defense on lockdown, which I think they can. They have the defensive players. Um, they're probably solid. Bayern Munich, I would say the same. It's just mistakes. You gotta crack down on the mistakes. Ta and Upamecano, they were great. Obviously, they pushed up a little bit in some cases. I remember Ta receiving the ball from the back line and pushing up to the midfield. Upamecano taking it down the wing. These are the things you want to see from center backs, just because not only can they be your foundation, but pushing the ball forward, being an extra ball carrier, or looking for another dribble or another pass is a huge advantage for a defensive player. It opens up so much more possibilities for a team, and these center backs understand it. We know this from Upamecano. This is why he became such a popular center back. But seeing that it's um, kind of what kind of popularized for all of the Bayern defensive line, this is good thing to see from the tactics in the tactics side. I would like to see more teams implement this kind of play, more attacking focused, whether it be from a defensive player or not. But those are my thoughts on it. I don't want to speak anymore. Can't wait for the Arsenal Atletico game. Gonna be a tight one, maybe a nil-nil draw. Hopefully, they will give us half of the goals that they gave us right now in the PSG Bayern Munich. But my name is B. I thank you for letting me talk. I want to hear what you guys think. Leave it in the comments down below, and I will see you all later. Adios.